Mmm. Don't you just love oranges? I love oranges. But anyways, let's get to the topic, right? So you probably clicked on here because, well, one, yes, you want to eat healthier, but why really did you click on here? Maybe you want to be seen and noticed at work. Maybe there's a special someone that you want to notice you. Maybe you know that you deserve to feel better, be more energetic. Maybe you know that by being healthier and eating better that you're going to be more productive and you're going to save more time. If those are some of the reasons why you're here, then you're definitely on the right page, on the right video, because in this video I'm going to share with you 3 tips on how to basically eat healthier but in an easier way. And be sure to stick to the very end, because the last one is probably the most important one, and it's gonna definitely shock you that this is actually a tip. Hey there, so if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Michelle and I'm from Nori Athletics, and in today's video I am going to share with you 3 easy tips on how you can eat healthier and start feeling better in your body, start building back that confidence that you need, be more energetic, and start to see things in your life unfold properly. Now, if you are new to my channel, basically what I've talked to you about is how to best incorporate healthy habits around exercise and nutrition so that you can live a healthy lifestyle and so that you can live life to the fullest and be your happiest self. So, like I said in today's video, I'm going to give you the tips and I won't hold back any longer, but make sure you stay to the very end so you get the most important tip. So, tip number 1 is you want to make sure that you are incorporating your veggies and protein and make those your main focus for all your meals. So when I say veggies, like I also mean fruit, but you want to make sure that your breakfast, lunch, and dinner have those 2 components always. Let me ask you this question. Think about your lunch, think about your dinner, think about your breakfast. What do they all have in common? What do you most likely have in there? Probably carbs, right? It could be bread, rice, pasta, quinoa, oatmeal, cereal. But you always make sure that you have those, right? You just naturally always opt for those. And one of the reasons being is that they're the most simple and easiest thing to prepare. They tend to be tasty on the side, and we think that those are the ingredients that keep us full. But in fact, what keeps you full is the protein. So that is why I mentioned protein. Protein is the #1 thing that you want to make sure that you have in every meal. Now, there's so many sources to protein. So even if you're vegetarian, even if you're vegan, there's so many sources to protein. And this list can go on. It could be huge. So it could be things like egg, obviously poultry, beef, pork. You can have tofu, tempeh, yogurt, Greek yogurt, all those sort of things, and the list goes on, right? And you want to make sure that you're incorporating that into your diet, not only on a daily basis, but on a 3 times daily basis. And the reason being is because it will keep you full longer, your sugars are balancing out, you're less likely to be tempted to eat something that you didn't necessarily plan to eat. Now, why the veggies? So veggies are super important. Fruits and veggies are super important because a lot of the nutrients are in those fruits and veggies. And if you're feeling tired, lethargic, if you are getting sick often, it could be most likely because you're not incorporating the right amount of nutrients in your lifestyle to support the way you live life. If you're always on the go, if you're always busy, this is definitely important for you. And if you have a business to run or a family to run, and I say that in the nicest way, then having your vitamins in your nutrition is super important. That comes from fruits and veggies. And the easiest thing I get my clients to incorporate is always adding in some greens into the side. You can put your spinach in your omelets. You can have a side of salad for lunch, you can have a side of salad for dinner, or you can make stews that incorporate these veggies, and even have fruit once in a while to boost up your immune system. Now, tip number 2 is that you want to be prepared. And I say this with no hesitation. Being prepared is so important for you to eat well. Just think about it, right? How many times did you come home from work and you were so tired and you had nothing ready? So the easiest thing for you to do is to grab maybe instant noodles, or maybe grab fast food on the way home. And I say that because I do that sometimes, and it's totally okay if you plan for it. But if you notice that you do this on a daily basis, or even on a every 2-day basis, then it's getting into a more frequent state, and that's not going to support your goal in terms of making you feel better about yourself, in terms of you reaching any type of physical goal, or getting the energy that you need. So being prepared can look like sitting down on a weekly schedule and planning out exactly what you want to eat for the next few days. And by knowing so, you can go grocery shopping that day and buy the ingredients that you need. So that's number 1. Number 2 is meal prepping. Meal prepping is a great way to save time. So if you're always on the go, if you always find that you lack time, meal prepping will save you so much time. And on top of that, it'll ensure that you are working accordingly to your goal and you're eating well and supporting your body nutritionally. And meal prepping can be super creative and it can be super simple, so you have that flexibility in that. And then the last one is just accounting for your nutrition. If you have the time and you don't need to meal prep, then it's good to once in a while account for your nutrition. And what do I mean by that? Well, you can use apps like MyFitnessPal on your phone and track the calories that you're consuming, just to make sure that you are consuming the right amount of calories, or even the right amount of macronutrients. So macronutrients are your proteins, carbs, fats. And just making sure that you're consuming the right amount of those and enough of those to support your goal. And if this is something that you want more information on, then just please do comment below that you want more information on macronutrients and how to find your macronutrients, and I'll make a video for you on that. And because you've been patiently waiting, the last and the most important tip for today's video is that you want to make sure that your environment matches your goals. So this goes with who you hang out with and how you have things at home, right? So what do I mean by who you hang out with? Well, just think about this. If you have friends that are always drinking, partying, going out, the likelihood of you doing the opposite is very rare. Or it would be really hard for you to bring out, your Tupperware while they're going out, and you're there not enjoying life while they are. I'm not saying ditch those friends, but share with them what you are doing so that maybe they can join you. Maybe instead of going out clubbing, maybe you guys can go do a morning workout somewhere, go for a class together, and that way you guys are kind of aligned. And for nutrition, this plays a huge deal, because if they're only going out for fast food, then you're going to want to eat fast food. But if you tell them that you have a goal of eating better, maybe you guys can go instead to a restaurant that makes salads, and they can support you in that. Or go get a smoothie instead. All those sort of things, they all add up. And then the environment in your home plays a crucial role as well. And what I mean by that is, if you have snacks lying around, if you have all the junk foods lying around, you're gonna more likely opt for those junk foods because you see them and they're right there and they're easily accessible. So instead, you want to make healthy foods more accessible to you, and you want to make those unhealthy foods less accessible for you. And that simply just goes by, when you're shopping, paying attention to what you put in your cart and making sure that you leave the store with more healthy foods and less unhealthy foods. And make sure to communicate that too with your roommates or your family, that this is something that is really important to you, and this is something that needs to change in the household if this is an issue. So with that all being said, I hope those 3 tips helped. So just to clarify that with you, the first one is always have your serving of protein and veggies. Number 2, be prepared. And number 3, change your environment so that it suits your goal or supports your goal. So if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button and be sure to hit that notification bell as well, just to support me, and so that way you are notified when my next video comes out. I can't thank you enough for being on here, and I'll see you in the next one.